Hey everyone, have I here been a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be doing a full breakdown of the Extreme Z Awakening for the Dokkan Festival exclusive INT Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So this was long awaited, it seems like, due to the fact that we got the announcement for this unit in Dokkan Now, but for some reason we didn't get really any information on when this unit is going to drop or really any other details except for that preview. It wasn't even in the in-game news, but finally we got the JP dropping the details for the EZA INT Broly here, and well, let's dive into the details and I'll give you my thoughts. Right, I kind of have he's good but feelings. So first and foremost, let's look at the stats here. Very good stats. 21,533 for HP, over 20,000 in attack, almost 21,000, and then 13,011.7 for the defense. So as for EZA is concerned, these are really incredible numbers. But let's go ahead and look at the kit here. As of course, this was a 130-170 leader for planetary destruction and movie bosses. Now it's a 170 leader across the board. The changes, you'll see that like the highlights and the boldness on the changes on from the original unit. So the 12 key super attack, we ended up getting greatly raises attack and then raises defense and causes immense damage to enemy. And this is kind of a semi-buff, being that it was raises attack and defense stacking ability, of course, and that was a 20% boost to attack multiplier, the SA multiplier, and then defense. But now separating the two, now it's going to be 50% increase to the SA multiplier and then 30% boost for the defense. All right, so that's kind of how it's broken down there. So even though they didn't change the wording, it is a semi boost for the stacking ability, which is good. That's what we want. However, I think they could have just easily did greatly raises attack and defense and had that stack at 50%. I think this unit needs it to a sense, but we'll dive into a little bit more here. So the passive skill here, it was key +3 attack and defense 180%. It got boosted up to 260, so basically an 80% boost from 180. Then you have reduces damage by 18% was originally, and then that boosted to 26%, so another 8 there. And then chances of performing a critical hit, 18%, now it's 26. So just an overall boost there in terms of damage reduction and crit hit chance. Then you have launches additional attack that was a medium, now it's a high chance of becoming a super attack. That could have easily been great chance, right? Because this is going to be dependent on the stacking ability, and having just a 50% chance there, it's a little bit lacking, even though you are going to have another opportunity for another great chance of a super attack. The baseline here, they could have easily just did a great chance here, or just guaranteed super attack. In reality, this really needs that benefit for the mini stacks, because the reason why I was like, okay, they should have just did a guaranteed super attack, because this is at 30%. If it was at 50%, I can see the great chance or even high chance. But anyway, that's where I kind of feel like they missed the boat a little bit there. Then for some reason, they just said, attack and defense 26% when attacking. It's a buff to say the least, but 26% isn't all that much. They could have, again, easily just said 126 versus just 26. Then you have this here, that majority of this was in the previous kit. They just added 2 things to it. Number one is the great chance, like I just mentioned, great chance of an additional super attack. So it's plus an additional key +3, launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, and then reduces damage by 18% and crit chance of 18% after performing within the same turn after performing a super attack. But this is the additional boost here, where it used to be just pure Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans. Now it's pure Saiyans, hybrid Saiyans, or movie heroes. So of course that includes like a Gogeta, or this is enemies, by the way, enemies. This is like, Gogeta, things of that nature, where they're fused characters, but not technically pure Saiyans or hybrid Saiyans. So this is a nice boost there. Definitely designed for more blue zone types of fights versus red zone type of fights. And I think that's kind of unfortunate. And this is where I think the big restriction comes in, is that you're limited really to having this unit run as good as it should run on pretty much blue zone, right? So you do have this a little additional boost here. Launches additional super attack. I'm sorry, the big boost there, and reduces damage by 15%, and a chance to perform critical hit by 15% when attacking when facing an enemy whose name includes Goku in the name. So if you're fighting a character that is Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, Movie Heroes, and Goku, this unit becomes a beast, because now you have one super attack, high chance of a super attack, a great chance of becoming super attack, and a guaranteed super attack. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 chance of 4 super attacks, and of course that does boost this up as it stacks there. So I understand kind of how they're working on it, but because there's a high restriction here, they could have provided this as just a great chance as well, you know. And when you're fighting a Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, movie heroes, and a Goku, then you're godlike, right? Then you're godlike, because with the 15% damage mitigation, the 18% damage mitigation, and then the 26% damage mitigation, along with the stacking ability, you know, later down in that fight, now you're talking about an incredible unit. So it's good, but it's good, but I think the restrictions does hurt it. Can you run this on other teams as well, and or other events as well? Sure, but it's just not going to be as effective or as great as it is with these two additional benefits. It's a huge benefit, right? You know, you're talking about over 30% of damage mitigation and crit chance, right? That's a lot, and the ability to then stack more. You know, again, this unit has now become more situational than it is as open as the LR Carnival Broly, right? The LR Carnival Broly, you can stick them on any team. In this case, you can stick them on any team that you're fighting these particular enemies. So anyway, everything else stays the same. Active skill, key plus 6, 60% to attack, effectiveness against all types for 1 turn, can be activated after performing 4 or more super attacks in a battle. Here's Link skills here, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Lineage, Berserker, Preferable Battle, Hardened Grudge, and Fierce Battle. Then you have the categories: Movie Bosses, Pure Saiyans, Full Power Target Goku, Exploding Rage, Inhuman Deeds, Planetary Destruction, Legendary Resistance, and Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So now let's talk about the link partner for this, and of course it's going to be the Carnival Broly. But I'm going to show Carnival Broly when he is transformed, because again, you're only, generally speaking, the base form Broly for 1 turn. Then you go into Legendary Super Saiyan, and under Legendary Super Saiyan, these are the links that you're going to capture with the EZA INT Broly. So you got Saiyan Warrior Race at 10%. All these are at 10 links, link level. So Saiyan Warrior Race 10%, Super Saiyan 15%, Berserker attack 30% when HP is 50% or less. Prepare for Battle is key plus 2, and then attack defense 5%, and then Fierce Battle is 20%. So very strong link set that you got here. You do have some key opportunities with Prepare for Battle, but besides that, you might find yourself having a tough time getting certain key levels on there, and they could have easily added something like Extreme Class Allies, 18% boost and key plus 2 or something like that. I don't know, because they know that this unit had to go on to the Broly team, the Carnival Broly team, the movie bosses. But I think they just held back. There's a lot of things they could have just added, tweaked a little bit here and there, and this unit is just absolutely incredible. So this makes me think, guys, that part 2 is actually going to be another Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, and the Dokkan Festival exclusive version of it, because this unit is so situational. So that's why I'm thinking I'm furthering my thoughts away from Bio Broly being the Dokkan Festival exclusive. So I know some of you guys are disappointed in that. Anyway, after talking about the links, let's talk about the teams. Again, the LR Carnival Broly movie bosses team is very happy that this unit shows up, because now I can either remove superhero support, Golden Frieza, or regular Golden Frieza, and Hirudegarn, which was only my other options for this team. Now I can slot him in second position, or of course you can just slot in Broly here as well in second position. So either one, right? Either one is going to be good. And then when you transform, you're going to be even much better. And then finally, you can kind of switch around with it when the domain hits with the movie Broly, right? So the full power movie Broly. So again, the dynamic here is just absolutely strong. We needed this unit. We also need the EZA to tech Super Saiyan Broly as well. That unit's definitely needed. We need a few other units on here for team diversity and team flexibility, because right now just not all that flexible for the movie's boss's team. Now on other teams, again, you're going to be able to slot this character in on there, but again, it's going to be situational from the fight that you are taking. So if it's going to be a blue zone fight, and of course if it does have Goku in it, you absolutely bring this unit because he's just going to be a monster on that fight. But outside of it, I think he's kind of in that middle range of EZAs, and if they could have added just a few extra tweaks on there, I think they could have made him much better. So anyway, that is my full breakdown for the EZA to the INT Legendary Super Saiyan Broly here. Tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think this was enough in terms of the stat boost? Of course, you have the stacking ability with the super attacks, but lacking some huge benefits in terms of unrestricted benefits, but we have more restricted benefits here. So again, let me know in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.